Where did you see God today? Okay, we're having so much fun with Mike. We're going to do part 2. We're going to do part 2. Yeah, we're gonna be here all night with Mike. Mike unplugged all night long.
Yeah.
So, Idaho, do you have any questions yet for what does the state of Idaho have for Mike? Other than potatoes, what is your question?
When you were younger, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Great question, Mike. What do you think about that?
I don't know, like fireman, maybe?
Me too. 5.
You want to be a fireman?
Or a paramedic.
I want to be a firefighter.
You do.
You want to be a rock star. I used to play drums.
She's so cute. Are you cold?
Rock star or firefighter?
Yeah,
kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Are you tired?
All right. What about from the great state of Arizona?
I don't have any questions.
No, not yet.
My sister used to live in Arizona.
Go ahead, Whitney.
Flagstaff.
You've seen a lot, and
Flagstaff?
you've seen a lot, and you've studied people over the few years. What have you learned through like watching people just in studying them?
Oh gosh, I mean, you could tell like with people here. I mean, you could tell the drug addicts. You could tell the alcoholics. I could see the people that aren't alcoholics or drug addicts. I could see the difference between a local and a tourist. Because I think the locals pretty much, they'll walk around, they know where everything's at. The tourists will be walking around and they're like,
With a map?
hey, let's go get our picture with that dude. Which happens all the time.
People take pictures with you a lot?
Of course.
Mike is a celebrity here. I mean, he really is. I mean, don't you think?
Yeah,
I mean,
because
I
actually
think you have celebrity status.
Everybody
I
knows
met some
you.
girls down the beach in the summer, I think it was in 2007, and the first thing they told me, and they weren't even from San Diego, they said I was in their high school annual.
Yeah.
Probably said, San Diego, and had my picture in it.
Oh my gosh.
Well, what about you? You had your picture in a magazine, and you were really upset about
Oh yeah,
it.
I was there was a local magazine here called Revolt in Style, and the magazine actually is revolting. And they printed an article in this newspaper about how alcohol could help the homeless. And all of a sudden I'm reading through this, and actually Chuck was the one that showed me the article and said, this is pretty lame, and had my picture in it. And I don't even drink.
You've never been drunk?
No.
And you've never been high?
Nope.
Okay. Is that probably one of the biggest misconceptions about you, is people assume by looking at you that there's something, that you've done drugs or do alcohol?
Yeah. And what I say to them, 99% of the people in this world today who do drugs and do alcohol, whatever, they all got short hair.
He's right.
And they look like preppies.
You're right. Like the meth addicts and stuff, they're businessmen.
Yeah.
Or the cocaine, they're businessmen.
And all
you
these,
think,
and all these people that are alcoholics, smokers, they're all clean cut, clean
they're not what you would
shaved,
think.
Yeah, they look like.
and they look
It's
like
all the
whatever.
alcohol.
Have you noticed how long my hair's getting? So what does that tell you?
You join the hippie generation.
That's right, that's right. I'm trying to become more like Mike. 1,000 subscriptions to BurkeLife and I will grow my hair out for an entire year. That's my guarantee to you. My promise. My promise to you. I gotta go recharge my battery again.
So you wanted to be a firefighter. If you had the chance, would you still want to do that?
Gosh. No, I don't know what I want to do. I mean, I would like to almost get into the ministry, in a way. I wouldn't want to be a full-time pastor. I think I'd just be like a counselor, because I probably could do really good at that for people that have addictions. And it was just like a mist type rain, but it still gets you wet, so I had to move.
Yeah.
So what was the question? Was what the question? What was the worst part about being homeless? Is that the word? The rain?
Yeah.
Is that
Probably the rain.
the rain?
Yeah.
Okay.
The cold doesn't really affect me that much. I mean, I've been lucky. I've been on the streets almost. It'll be 10 years, July 30th, and I haven't been sick yet.
You haven't?
Well, let's knock on wood, because
Well,
last time we
last time I
talked
was
about
sick.
it.
That's
It was
unbelievable.
probably 12 years, 15 years ago.
That's
What's that?
And
That's
I had bronchial pneumonia. Came down with it for a whole.
I can't believe you haven't been sick for 12 years.
I was down with it for a month, and what kills me is my birthday went by. I didn't even know it.
Aww.
When is your birthday?
May 16th. May 16th.
Ooh,
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
When's his birthday?
May 16th.
Oh, okay.
I knew it was May.
All right.
Okay, if you don't mind me asking, that little tube, your necklace, what is that?
Well, I know
That's
it's
a friend of mine. I don't. Did I ever show you this?
I know you're looking for something
There
to
was
hold
a
them.
buddy of mine who passed away 2 years ago, and that's his ashes.
Whoa.
That's it.
That's your buddy's ashes?
Yeah.
How did he pass away?
Old age. I guess he was 89 years old, and he was pretty much on his last leg, and he apparently started to fall asleep, and he fell asleep and never woke up.
Whoa. Was he also homeless?
No. He lived in Ocean Beach.
Okay.
And he was a buddy of mine. I met him in 1983, right after we had our first El Nino storms here, and just kept seeing him every weekend, and he became my best friend.
And now you carry his ashes on your neck.
Yeah.
That's pretty special.
Memory, yeah. And eventually I'm going to have his name engraved on here with the date of his birthday and the day he passed away.
Lauren, do you have any questions?
What church do you
No.
go to?
I go to the Pacific Beach Presbyterian Church, and I also, on Sunday nights, I go to the Rock Church, which is really cool.
The
Oh,
Rock.
I
Why have
know.
I heard of The Rock?
The Rock. That's Miles McPherson's church.
Where we
It's
used to go.
huge. It's a great church.
Who's Miles McPherson? Why do I know
The
that name?
football player.
He used to be a
Oh.
San Diego Charger,
Okay, duh.
and gave it up.
Lauren, what question from Idaho do you have for him?
Hey,
Dad, don't put her on the spot.
my sister used to live in Idaho.
Your sister lived in Idaho?
Yeah.
Okay, so give a shout out for Idaho. What question would Idaho, the entire state of Idaho, what question do you have for Mike?
I have to think about it.
You'll think
Okay,
about
I
it.
have one.
Okay.
The humanitarian. You said that you do humanitarian
Yeah.
stuff. What do you do?
Wherever I'm at in the environment, if there's something like, say, like my church, I help feed the homeless. I've been doing this for 16 years, and this is one of my callings. You know, God, puts us all in a situation where He wants us to be, and I feel like this meal that I've been doing for 16 years now, He wants me to continue to do it.
Wow. What do people, when they see you feeding them,
Yeah.
what do they ask you? I mean, because you're homeless, is that
Yeah.
awkward for them to have another homeless person feeding them, or are they okay with it?
They actually never say that kind of question.
They don't?
No.
Okay.
No. They just say, "Hey, Mike, how's it going?"
Do you inspire them to also serve as well? Do you find that you're serving?
I think because a lot of these people that I do, some of them are so far gone. They just pretty much go get fed and go on their merry way and go wherever they go.
Yeah. One of the things that I've noticed, that Christy and I have also noticed, is it seems like the homeless people that are north of here in the Pacific Beach area seem to be more addicted to drugs, and they seem more out of it.
Is that what you meant by out of it, the drugs?
Yeah. What do you say? What do you say? Because I don't know what to say to them. Because I don't want to give them money. I don't want to do anything. But I'm intimidated to a certain extent because they almost seem threatening to me. How do you feel about those kinds of people?
If you give them money, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to go to the nearest liquor store or the nearest shopping, whatever, and buy a bottle of beer.
Okay.
Or a 12-pack of whatever. And that's the last thing they need. I remember because of Garnett is what it has become, they even thought about putting a detox center in Pacific Beach, but the residents in the area said, no way. So usually if somebody gets intoxicated and drunk, they take them downtown and then let them sleep it off for 4 hours and then let them go on their merry way. But the trouble is they have to walk back because there's no transportation downtown after like 2 o'clock to come back here.
So if you want a copy of God's Word, hit us up.
We'll send you it for free.